Hello guys, welcome back to Patrones Mujer. I'll be sharing with you a tutorial on how to make the model you are seeing in the picture. You can find this pattern on the magazine Patrones Infantiles number 16. We have other great content that is to come, so hit the bell and let's get started. We'll take pen and paper to write down the materials. Once we have the pattern dress in from the magazine, we cut along the side line that we make. These are finished pattern, which means they will have 1 cm seams, hems, and cut with notches and green lines. Okay, let's check. These are the pieces from the front. We overlock the sides and the shoulders. These are the pieces from the back. We place visible fabric on the center back and we overlock the sides. These are the pieces from the top. Also we place visible tape. These are the pieces from the pocket. We fold in half and we press with the iron and we press the centimeter inside. These are the pieces from the shoulder. We overlock the outside, and this is the bias. And these are the pieces from the lining, the front, back, and the lace. First of all, we're going to make the mark where is going the front pockets. With a removable paint we make the mark, and then we're going to gather the pieces. On the machine we're going to gather the pieces, the front and back, so we pass a stitch on the top to all along, and parallel to the first one we pass another one, and then we pull the thread from the spool, forget the gather. Also we're going to make the same process for the backs. We need to gather the lace, so we're going to pass a stitch to all along of the lace, and parallel we're going to make another one, and then we pull the thread from the spool. Place the lace on the edge of the pocket. And then we're going to take the other piece, we face the right of the piece with the back of the pocket, and we pin it. Then we're going to fold the centimeter inside and we're going to pass a stitch on it. Place the lace facing up and pass a stitch to all along of the pocket. Face the right of the piece with the back of the pocket and sew them. The excess of the fabric, and now fold the centimeter inside of the pocket and pass a stitch on it. Overlock the pocket and now pass a stitch around of the pocket, because we want to get a little bit curved the pocket. Press with the iron. This is the piece from the shoulder. We overlock the edge, around of the edge, and then we need to gather the piece, so we pass a stitch, and parallel to the first one we pass another one and we pull the thread from the spool, forget the gather. These are the pockets. We press with the iron And now we're going to place on the front, on the marks, and we're going to pass a stitch around of the pocket. These are the pieces from the front and the back. We overlock the shoulders, and now we're going to sew them. Then we're going to place the ruffled piece on the around of the armhole. Pass a stitch around of the pocket. Now we face the rights of the front and back, and we sew them on the shoulders. Place the ruffled piece around of the armhole and sew them. Remember to facing up the gather because it's easy for passing the stitch. We take the front piece and we place on the front. We have to match the center and the sides. And also we have to place the back pieces. After that, close the sides. On the machine, we start sewing the back piece. We face the rights and we sew them. Take the other pieces, we face the rights and we sew them all along of the pieces. With the other piece and face the rights and sew them. This is the side. We face the rights and we sew them from the top to the bottom. And now we close the other side. We start from the bottom to the top. Now we need to gather the pieces, so we pass a stitch along of the pieces, and parallel to the first one we pass another one, and then we pull the thread from the spool or get together. We face the rights of the front pieces and we're going to sew them. Then we're going to face the rights of the backs and also we're going to sew them. We're going to sew the shoulders and then the sides. Face the rights of the front and sew them along of the pieces. Now we face the rights and we close on the sides. Then we close the shoulders. And sew the other side. Now we're going to close the lining with the main fabric. We have to match the center from and continue to all around of the neckline. Now we need to close the lining with the main fabric, so we're going to close around of the neckline. So we pin it and we match the sides and the shoulders. Now we face the rights of the lining with the main fabric and we start sewing from the center back and continue to all around of the neckline. You have to match the shoulders and the notches. Cut the excess of the fabric and snip the corners and the curves around of the neckline. Now open the lining in the main fabric and pass a stitch on the lining. Pull the seams to the lining. and press with the iron around of the neckline. Now we need to join the lining with the main fabric, so we pass a stitch around of the armhole. And we're going to place the bias around of the armhole. Now we're going to place the flexible tape on the hem, and then we're going to press with the iron. And then we're going to fold the centimeter, and we're going to make the hem. Then we're going to close the center back. This is the armhole. We place the bias around of the armhole, and we pass a stitch to all around of the bias. Cut the excess of the fabric around of the armhole. You have to cut a half centimeter around. Snip the curves. Fold the bias and pass a stitch on the edge. Now fold the bias inside of the garment, pull the bias inside and pass a stitch on the other edge of the bias and close the bias. Fold the centimeter inside and fold again another one and pass a stitch to all along of the hem. Then we have to press with the iron the hem. Overlock the flexible tape with the hem of the dress, and now fold the center back, the buttonhole, and pass a stitch there and turn the piece and pull the corner. Then we have to press with the iron all along of the hem because we need to paste the flexible tape all along on the hem. Fold the other center back and pass a stitch on there, and we have finished our dress. We press with the iron the hems and we place the buttons on the center back. If you guys enjoyed this video, make sure you smash that thumbs up. And don't forget to subscribe to this channel for more tutorials. And remember, you find us in Amazon as Patrones Mujer. Thank you guys for watching the video.